remember this page. Excuse my voice, I just woke up. You may remember this page as the leftover paint from the Gaga page, and then I used water through a stencil over to the right over there. What I am currently using is paper medical tape, or it might be cloth, but it's from Walgreens. I got it relatively cheap in a 2-pack. It's in the medical supply section, and I just layered it over the whole page. I just wanted something on top of this. So, of course, I had purple, so what other color than pink? So I went with bright pink. This is the UV reactive pink from Blick. They're called UV effects. And they glow in black lights. I think I've mentioned that before, but there you go. So I'm just covering up that medical tape, and I took a paper towel and just wiped up some of the pink that went onto the purple because it was changing the tone of the purple. So I wanted that deep purple to stay there. This is Braille paper. I bought it online, and I don't remember where I bought it, but I'll try to remember to get a link for you. It's great because it's both embossed and debossed, so it's perfect for mixed media. Yeah, so I'm just trying to size it up, and I hot glued it down. And it didn't work because I folded it. You need to glue stuff down flat and then fold the page. So I had to heat it up and unstick it and then re-stick it, and this whole thing. So using Fabri-Tac to glue everything down. And this is Peacock Feathers Distress Ink, because of course I've already got pink and purple, so I had to go teal. But look how cool that looks. The high points really pop. The low points you can't really see too well in the video, but they stay really light because it is both embossed and debossed. So it's really cool. This I am picking a comic out of a Korean comic book. This is something one of my best friends bought me, and I found this page that I thought was perfect for what I wanted to do. It's a comic. I'm using a lot of water right now. I'll get back to the comic. And distressing. So I want to say London Blue and Crushed Grape or something. And I'm just picking up the excess in my art journal. So while you watch me do that, the comic page is about someone gets a phone call. The mom answers. The mom is irrelevant to me, but she gives it to the boy. He freaks out on the phone, and then at the end of the phone call, he feels better. So that's kind of what it was all about, because I talk to my friend all the time, and sometimes we freak out about something, and then we feel better about it. So, or at least I do. I can't attest to how she feels better or not, but I hope she feels better. So I just used a little bit of Heidi Swap there to, I think it was a teal, but I'm not positive, just to create some splatters. My friend loves splatters, so that's sarcasm. And yeah, I just punched out some hearts in the bottom corner just to give that page a little bit of interest. And I don't know what I'm doing. Gluing. I'm gluing. It's Fabri-Tac. I'm sorry I'm getting a late start on this video. It's Sunday morning at 8:40. I normally have these scheduled to roll out at 4 in the morning. And yeah, no, not today. Be thankful my wife is still sleeping, because otherwise we'd be cleaning and I would not be here. So pray she keeps sleeping. I only need like 10 more minutes out of her and I can get this uploaded and on the blog. So this is a piece of notebook paper that has this doodly kind of high schooly design, and I thought it was perfect. I wrote a sentiment on it, but it was very scribbly, and I don't care to read it aloud. It's kind of personal, but that's why I wrote it scribbly, so no one could read it. And now I'm using the Picked Raspberries Distress Ink just to kind of further hide that sentiment. It smeared some of the ink around a little bit because it was still wet, and made it harder to read because of the contrast. So then I'm gluing that down and regretting covering up most of that Braille paper. that stuff. It was cheap, but it wasn't that cheap. I got, I think, 6 pages for $2. So it was relatively cheap, but I only found one spot online. I'll have to get the name of that place for you. And I used peacock feathers again to do that. Okay, this is the part where I hate this page. This is me writing a title. Excuse me, I'm trying to find something. This is me writing a title, and it's Ride or Die, and I don't like it. So, yeah. We're going to cover that up in just a minute. But I wanted to show you what I wrote and how I wrote it, and then cover it up. I think maybe I got them from coffeebreakdesign.com. Maybe. I got some other stuff from them, little shrine boxes. I know I got them all together, so I don't know if maybe that's a different brand that the website sells. I'll have to look for it. It won't be immediate. If you're interested in the Braille paper, just leave me a comment, and if I get a couple people really interested, I'll find the link and put it in the description. I'll try to do it regardless, but so I am using I think my Montana white paint pen. I love that paint pen, but it is almost out. I should have bought one. I went to Blick last night. I should have bought one, or some refill at least for it. So yeah, did I mention that I really hate this part? I'm sure I did. So this semester is harder than last semester, I mentioned, because in school, everyone always asks, what are you studying? I'm studying sociology for my bachelor's degree. I should be graduating this winter. But this semester is a little bit harder because I have to go to school in the middle of the day. So I have to work really early, work in the middle of the day, go back to work, then come home, do homework, deal with dinner, the kids, all that, the kid. So a little bit of black India ink splatters. And then this is the chain link stencil that you saw me cut in my how to easily cut stencils video, which I was obsessed with cutting stencils. I still am. I still think about designs and what I can do to cut more cool stencils. So I decided to use this to cover up that title because I really hated it a lot. It just didn't fit the page. It didn't fit. I didn't like it. I was just trying to get a title on there that night, and I was not happy with it. So this was another day. So these are some pieces that I cut out from a chevron stencil that I cut, and they were just left over laying on my desk, and I was like, oh, perfect. We'll bust out the alcohol inks. So I got out my alcohol inks, and I used Stream and the silver metallic mixative, and I didn't care for the color that it created when the two blended together. It was a little too greenish for this page, even though the peacock feathers has a green tinge. I didn't want it that color, so I just went in straight with the metallic mixative. It still has a slight undertone to the color, the stream color, but for the most part it's silver. See? Silver. So I didn't waste because, yeah, it came from my stencil, and yeah, I got to color them, so that was fun. So this page, it just reminds me of like very poppy, very, not like poppy like the flower, poppy like pop music, because it's all of the bright colors, and it's very like juvenile girl, which I kind of act like one, so I was okay with that, and I was okay with that. So then the silver just gave it a little extra pop. This is not one of my favorite pages as far as visuals go. It is, however, a very sentimental page to me, and it means a lot to me. So, you know what? Just realized that not all of your pages are perfect. Like, see, there's my Shine page, which is one of my all-time favorite pages that I've ever made. And then right next to it is this. So, you just got to keep creating, keep making. Not everything's perfect. Not everything's wonderful. It is what it is. So I'm taking a small alpha stamp set and I am stamping using archival ink onto the now colorized transparency, and I am stamping a true friend. So that ends up being the title for this page, which is a little bit better than Ride or Die, don't you think? I don't know where I was going with that, but here's the left side and the right side, and there you go. That's pretty much the page. So I will see you all hopefully next week. No promises. Talk to you later. Bye.